these are the two center back, and these are the two sides for the back. So to sew it now together, we place this one on this one like this, on this part like this, and this one on this one like this, and you start the sewing from the bottom with ½ inch from the bottom to the up here, to the shoulder here, to the neck here. So this one too with ½ inch from the bottom, from this place to this place with ½ inch. When I finish sewing, I'll do the same thing on the lining for the back part. I forget, I said I'm going to add wadding, which is breast part. I'm going to add it on the bust area to make it stand very well. Here's it. I'm going to fold it into two like this. Make sure you cut the amount of wadding you need. So you place it like this. Make sure you place it, but before cutting, you measure from your shoulder. Measure 6 inches downward. You know my neck width is 5 inches. My neck depth is 5 inches. So you're going to measure 6 inches for the wadding. 6 inches. So make sure you place it very well. This is my center front. I folded it into two like this. So measure 6 inches. So you are starting your wadding, cutting of your wadding from that 6 inches. You place it on this edge like this. That's 6 inches. So you now measure from your shoulder to your underbust. My underbust is 13.5. Here is it. 13.5 plus ½ inch for the joining of my shoulder. That will be 14 inches. So this is where that 14 inches is now. You now shape it out. Shape it out like this. This is for the sides, and place this one very well. Make sure this edge is matched to this. Here is it. Here is it now. You draw this one out like this. So to get the side now, you measure from the center here. My bust is 38 divided by 2, divided by 4 is 9.5. You measure exactly that 9.5 out on this place. So here is it. I'll now cut it out. I'll extend the underbust line like this, and I'll now cut it out. So this is for my center front. This for my center front. The gum side, I'm going to place it like this. I'm going to iron it. I'm going to iron it on the fabric, not here, because if you iron here, it may not gum very well. So you're going to turn it like this and iron it here like this. So this is my underbust, and this is where the pad started. So this is for the two sides. I'm going to shape it out. Going to shape it out. So I will now shape it at the side very well like this. shape it very well like this, because I don't want it to reach my armpit. Shape it like this, just shape it like this. Then for you not to make a mistake while sewing, so let me mark that 6 inches. So this marking, I'm going to let it reflect on the other side of it like this, from the shoulder to 6 inches. That's where I'm going to start my pad. So I'll now separate it like this for me not to make a mistake on placing the pad. So this one is for this. This one is for this, sorry. And this is for this. The gum side is facing the fabric place. And now use pin to secure it, but to avoid shaking. So I'll now turn it to the fabric side and iron this. Now I've ironed it. I'll now remove the pin. But before ironing it, before placing the pad on it, make sure you get your under bust line to make it accurate, please. So I'll remove the pin on these two. So I'll now go and use half inch to join it together. This is the center front. I'm going to place this like this. Here is it. Here's the two sides. So there is the sides. I'll now place it like this. I will start my sewing from the bottom. So I'll use half inch to sew it from the bottom to this place, to the neck. So I'll do the same thing on the second side of it. I'll place it like this and sew it. You can use pin to secure it before you sew it. If you are a beginner, I'm going to use half inch to sew it. I'll come and show you when I finish. I finished joining it with half inch. This is the front part of it. This is the wrong side. There is the part, the bust area, and this is the right side of it. Look at the bust area. Bust area is stand already. Here is it, and this is the lining for it, for the front part. Here's the bust area too. Here's the back part of it. This is the zipper side, and there is a lining for the back too. Here's it, both sides for the back part. So I'll now notch it like this. I'll make the notching like this. I'll notch a 1/4 inch. Don't let the notching touch the sewing, please. I'll notch it all around the line, both the lining and the fabric. I'll notch it. I have finished notching both the lining and the fabric. So I'll now go and iron it. So on the front parts here, if I want to iron on this side now, I'll open this. I'll open this place like this and iron it. I'll open it like this, open it all through like this, and iron it. Before ironing this right side, I'll first of all iron the wrong side, open this side like this, open it all through from up to the bottom. I'll open it all through and iron it. So I'll do the same thing on the lining, and I'm going to do the same thing on the back part of it. So I'm through with the ironing now. Iron it. This is the back part of it. So let me start from the front. So I'll now go and join the lining with the fabric I'll start my joining on the bottom here. Join it with 1/2 inch from here to this place. I'll do the same thing on the back part too. Place the lining on the right side of the fabric like this. This is the right side of the lining and this is the right side of the fabric. I'll join my lining and to the fabric from the bottom, on the bottom like this, 1/2 inch. I'll do the same thing on the second part of the back side. Now I've joined it, the lining to the fabric on the bottom. So here's it. I've joined it. So I'll now open it up like this and top stitch it. Just do the same thing on the other part of the back. I'll join it. I'll open it and top stitch. I'll do the same thing on the front. I'll open it up and top stitch. Here's the back part. I've finished with the top stitching. So I'll now place it again like this. So I'll pull it up a little because you know the fabric is 1 inch longer than the lining. I'm going to pull it up like this and sew the neck, join the neck with 1/2 inch like this, join it like this. I'll do the same thing on the other part of the back part. I'll pull it up a little, join the neck. So I'm going to join it like this from here to this place. This is the front part of it. I'm going to join it, pull it up a little like I did on the back part. I'm going to pull it up to match with the neck, with the fabric. So I'm going to sew it from here down to this place with 1/2 inch. When I finish sewing, I'll come and show you. Now I've finished joining the neck. So I'll now notch it with 1/4 of an inch. Notch it with 1/4 of an inch. So I'll now turn it to the right side. Turn it to the right side. This is the front part of the top. Turn it to the right side and top stitch like this. I'll open it up like this and top stitch on it like this. So I'll do the same thing on the neck, on the back part of it. I'll notch it with 1/4 of an inch like this. Open it up to the front, to the right side of it and top stitch. I'll open it up like this and top stitch. Top stitch on it like this down to this place. I'll do the same thing on the second part of the back. I'll come and show you when I finish top stitch. I've top stitch it, the neck. Here is it. I've top stitched it. I did the same thing on the back side. So I'll now turn it to the wrong side again to join the both sides. So I'll now go and join the side like this. I'll pull the lining up to meet the fabric here. So I'll now join it with 1/2 inch. I'll do the same thing on the second side. So I'm going to turn the back part on the wrong side too. Then I'll pull it up to meet here. So I'll now sew with 1/2 inch. Do the same thing on the zipper side here. I'll sew it with 1/2 inch. So I'll do the same thing on the second part of the. I finished sewing the sides. This is the back part, and this is the second part of the back part. I've finished sewing the sides. So this is the front. I've finished sewing the both sides too with 1/2 inch. I'll now turn it to the right side. Always make sure you trim all the excess edge, all the excess thread and fabric to make your job neat, please. So I'll now turn it to the right side. Turn it to the right side. Turn it to the right side like this. Here is the front part of it. Look how beautiful and neat it is. Here is the front part. So here is it. As you can see, it's very nice and beautiful. Here's the back part of it. I'll turn it to the right side. So make sure all the edges comes out very well. You can even use the tip of your scissors to bring it out very well. So there's it. There's the second part of the back side. There's it. You can use the tip of your scissors like this. Here, put it inside to bring it out very well, all the edges. So where is it? Here's the second part of the back side of the back part. I'll now go and give it nice ironing. I will iron it very well. So I will iron the front part too. Here's the wrong side of it. See the effect of the lining shorter than the fabric. This is the effect now. So I'll iron it very well. After ironing, I'll now place this one on each other like this. If you can remember, while I was cutting, while I was measuring, I measured 1.54 zipper allowance. I've used half from it for the lining. I'll now measure the 1 inch that remains out like this. Measure it from this place. I'll measure it out after ironing. Measure it out. I'll now connect all the points with ruler like this. Connect it. That 1 inch that remain, I've used half inch for the lining. So the remaining the remaining 1 inch, I'm marking it out like this. So I'll now go and sew on it like this after ironing. When I finish all that, I'll come and show. Now I've finished with the ironing. Look at how beautiful and neat it is. This is the back side and this is the front. Here is it. Here is the zipper side. I've sewn it with with 1 inch that remain. So here is it. I'll now go and join the shoulder. Place it like this. Place the back like this and place the front on top it like this. Just place the right side on the right side of front and back part. Place it together like this and sew the shoulder. So you can open it like this if you want to sew the shoulder. Let this place meet this place of the front like this. I hope you can see me very well. Let it match each other like this and sew with ½ inch from here now, from here to this place. Sew with ½ inch. You do the same thing on the second side of it. Open it like this. Open the front too like this and let this place match each other like this. Let it match like this, and sew with 1/2 inch. Joining the shoulder. Look at how beautiful and neat it is. I'll now do my final shaping. All my shaping will be on the back part. This is my chest line, my bust point line, my under bust line, and my waist line. So on my chest line, I'm going to impute 1/2 of my bust on it. My bust is 38, divided by 2 is 19 inches. So from that 19 inches, I'm going to deduct 2 inches from it because there is bust cut on the front. There is no bust cut on the back. Our back is flat. So that 2 inches that I deducted from the back, I'll now add it on the front part. So let's continue measuring it. So on this chest line now, I'll measure what is here. What is here now is 19 inches. You know I told you I'm going to deduct 2 inches from 1/2 of my bust circumference. My bust circumference is 38 inches, divided by 2 is 19 inches. So I'll now minus 2 from it. If I minus 2 from that 19 inches, it will remain 17 inches. So I'm going to place that 17 inches on this chest line now. Now I told you I measured 19 inches here, so I'll now minus that 17 inches that remain from that 19 inches. The remaining one will be 2 inches. So that 2 inches, I'll share it on the both sides here. I'll place 1 inch here and 1 inch here. So on the waistline, because I don't really need my bust point line on the waist and my under bust line, if you like, you measure it and place it the half of your under bust circumference on it, but I don't really need it. On my waistline here, my waist is 34, divided by 2 is 17 inches, and I'll now measure what is here. What is here now is 20 inches. I'll now minus that 17 inches from 20 inches. The remaining one will be 3 inches. I'll now share that 3 inches on both sides. So I'm going to measure 1.5 here and 1.5 on this side too. So on my hip line, which is the bottom of my top, my hip is 40, divided by 2 is 220 inches. So I'll measure what is here now. What is here now is 23 inches minus that 20 inches, which is the half of my hip. The remaining one will be 3 inches. So I'll share it into 2. 1.5 will be here and 1.5 will be here too. So I'll now connect it. Connect it like this. Always blend all the sharp edges, please, to make your job neat and accurate. Connect this one too. So blend the sharp edges. So let me quickly explain the bust area for the front for you. Here is my front now. So half of my bust circumference is 19 inches, plus that 2 inches that I deducted from that of back chest line. I'm going to add it on the front part. Half of my bust circumference is 19 inches, plus that 2 inches, that will give me 21 inches. I'll now measure what is here. Make sure you measure it very well. Go in as it go now, like this. Measure it very well, please, to make it firm when you wear it. So what I have here now is 23 inches, and I want to minus 21 from it. The remaining one will be 2 inches. So I'm going to measure 1 inch. Automatically, if you do not measure anything, if you not make any measurement on the front, if you place your back on it after placing all the measurements on the back, it will be the same thing. You know, the remaining measurement on the chest line for the front is 2 inches. As of the back is 2 inches. If you place it on each other and go and sew it like that, it will be accurate. So just to let you understand why the reason why I deducted 2 inches from the back part and added it on the front part. That's why I explained, because there is bust cut on the front part. You now pin it, but make sure this side is equal, because the front bust area is bigger than the back, because our back is flat. Just make sure it's accurate and pin it down to secure it before sewing in place. So this is the easier method for you if you follow it very well, and I hope you will understand it. So pin it down to secure it. Is it? I've pinned it, and I'll go ahead and sew it like this. Now I've finished with the sewing. I'm through with it, the both side. Let me turn it to the right side for you to see how beautiful and neat it is. Here is the front and here is the back. I'm going to add zipper to it. Here is it, the matching zipper, and I'm going to add sleeve to it. This is where I'm stopping for today. If you find my tutorial helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel to support my channel, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for more videos. Share my videos with friends and family. See you in my next video. Bye bye.